All right, fellas, it is foggy. I'm gonna wait till this fog lifts. Fog's starting to lift. Let's check this out. Spinner rig. You know, this is my bait here. We're not gonna be able to fish today because this water is really bad. A lot of trash out here. Current's not really all that bad at all. It's just really sooty, a lot of trash, and the motor's not reliable just yet. So Rat Dog sent me some spinner rigs. This is not it. He sent me what they call Erie Dearies. Those are spinner rigs that they use for walleye on Lake Erie. Bottom, fish off the bottom. It's a forward mount. It's like they have a weight up here. What I did was hacked it apart and got the spinner off and just decided to put it here like this and combine it with a pumpkin seed grub scurly tail worm. If any of you have lures that you want to see me try, you can mail them to me. I mean, that's what Rat Dog's done. I hate to say that I haven't used them at all. I've been so involved in trying to get my own methods refined, but I've got them to a point where I can feel I can just kind of dial back on that. And if any of you have favorite lures you want to see me use, you can mail them to me, and I'll try to feature them on an episode. InFisherman has a good article about using spinner rigs, same type of spinner rigs that you use for walleye to fish for catfish. I'm probably not going to use that snap swivel because a catfish can easily bite that and open that. I think I would go with a true Colorado blade because I'm wanting to send out lots of vibration more than lots of flash in the water. There's a current seam right out here where some faster current seems like out in the middle of that channel. I know what it is. This up here is mostly a flat, a shallower flat, and the main channel is actually on the other side, and that current seam is probably right over that ledge. I'm amazed at how much current they're pushing today. There's hardly any current. I just don't understand that. I mean, that's how it is in these big dammed up rivers. Rivers have been dammed up so much like this, and they're just slow flowing reservoirs, riverine reservoirs. If I'm moving too, it's hard. You have to study some Einstein. You know, you're moving that current's moving in one direction at one speed. That commute is moving slightly different direction, more over there at a different speed, and I'm running cross too. It's kind of hard to judge exactly how fast you're going. Oh, what is that? That, my friends, is a snag. Ah! Well, so much for spinner rigs. Uh-oh, actually it might still be on there. You know, that's the hook. I actually took the hook that he had on that rig that Rat Dog sent me. Thanks, Rat Dog. I mean, I took that hook and dressed it on the fly tying vise. Yep, there we go. It's still on there. It's bent. So as far as the motor goes, you got more work to do. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. But an old Army rifle commander once told me, he said, you know, his men, he'd be, you know, he was like a commissioned officer or whatever, and these young guys, they're always horsing around on the tanks and trucks and stuff. He said, look, 3 points of contact. Always have 3 points of contact on the vehicle, because the last thing we need is you to get a broken shoulder or a busted leg or something like that. It's not going to be any good. So when you're out here on the river, especially if you're going to be tinkering around with one of these motors, make sure you got backup. Primary power, secondary power. I have a paddle for even for that. To me, the current is helping me as well. So, hey, the motor looks cool, right? I mean, what do you think about how it looks? It's like, we just got to get it to run. If we can get it to run as good as it looks, man, we'll have something. This lead core line, it'll get knots in it. So sometimes, I don't know how that happens, because I'm not casting, yet is there a knot in it? That makes no sense to me whatsoever. That's like carpet. That's like somebody's old trot line, man. These spinners work, man. They catch everything. Never doubt them, baby. Hook bent, we have to bend it back. See how that flares out like that? It'll flare out like that in the water. For sure, I'm going to need a much bigger spinner. I'm guessing that spinner is maybe, what, a number 4, maybe 3, number 4. We already have a triple threat swivel on the other end where the lead core meets the 3 black beads here and then 1 ahead of it. tons of trash up there. Just, you know, lots of leaves and things, all that high water conditions. I've seen cat fishermen running trot lines all down in here. So those of you who are trot lining, just clean up your stuff, man. Don't just leave your junk around. Right below the dam is about 5, 6, 7 feet, and then it drops off to about 20 feet, and it stays 20 feet until the old dam here. And after the old dam, it drops down to about 40 feet. And when the river's trashy like this, a lot of plant matter. Make sure you're plant free before you leave. You know, you don't need to be transporting plant matter from one body of water to the next, man. It's just not good. It's not good for the sprout hooks. Have a slight bend. It bends back out ever so slightly. And if you look at, you ever want to know the effectiveness of a J hook, you just look at the angle at which it penetrates, and then just drag it along your skin or the back of your hand to see how much it wants to dig in. That way you know if the shaft is too long, it'll be too shallow and it won't want to penetrate. If the shaft is too shallow, it'll just be real too deep, but you want a balance, right? And so that's scratching in pretty well there. You know, don't hurt yourself or anything, but it's a good measure. Yeah, the boys are up from Maxwell. C-130 way up there. Oh, I love C-130, man. Sounds like a jet engine combined with a propeller, because that's exactly what it is, turboprops. Good airplane. And they just keep upgrading them, you know. They got the J models out now, they stretched the body of them and made the wings longer. It's just really cool. I couldn't imagine being in Iraq or somewhere like that, and you see one of those things land, and you know they got food, they got toilet paper, they got bullets, you know. I gotta imagine that's a welcome sight, boy. See one of those things landing. Thinking about buying me some of these, you know, from overseas, these squirrely tail jigs. What colors you guys like? I mean, you know, if you wanna, thinking about doing that, you know. So you just let me know what I know that, you know, if you see that color, it really does match the river water, doesn't it? So yeah, that's why I choose those sorts of colors. Gonna need probably some number 6 spinners, Colorado spinners. Storks are just mad, man. They're all up and down here, but I mean, you get like a quarter of a mile within them, they get all mad and go flapping off, you know. And I understand, because I'm the same way. Way up there, there's all those gates are open. There is no way we're gonna fish. Let me know what you think about this new camera angle. It works for me. It's easier for me to, can you even see me? It works for me because it's easy to work the camera, but it may not be the best angle. At least you can hopefully you can see the motor. Let me look back here. I don't have a flip out screen. Because running that motor is the thing that has always gotten the most attention with all that I do. So you might be able to see me work my hands a little bit better. You're getting my angle view now. This is what I see. I really like this. So thanks, Rat Dog, for sending me. Like I say, again, any of you guys who have lures and stuff that you want to see me use, you can mail them to me. Just shoot me an email, damon@blackwarriorlures.com, and I'll give you my address. You can send them to me, and I'll try to include them in a future video. Again, I'm thinking about importing some of these, you know, just get some. I've seen one that had like a twin dragon tail on it almost that might really work pretty well, even better than this. I guess it's just that essentially soft plastics simulate meat is really what it comes down to. Golden olive color, it's really pumpkin seed. The curly tails in the water, they usually stretch out like that, and it's just that tail just goes like a snake's tail almost. That's what happens. It doesn't stay like that in the water. It stretches out like that. Combine that action with the spinner and with the pulse nature of the way the bucktail goes. There's a lot of vibration, a lot of flash and vibration in the water. That's the whole rig right there. I love the way it works with live bait, even without the spinner. We gotta get this motor sorted out. I will see you later.